Okay, I think I've honed down my reference photos for the new Hualian painting. I'm still kind of undecided on the face, but I think I'm gonna go with this one. I still need to find a sword handle that I think is fitting for Hualian, but I do kind of like this shape right here, so something similar along those lines. I'm thinking this face just because of the closeness of the figures. And I also like to use the live action actors for MXTX paintings just because it's easier to get reference. And also they do a really good job of casting. And it helps that I can be continuous. Like I'll have the same face and like a lot of different reference if I ever wanted to paint them again. So, and I just have the old painting to kind of look back to just in case I forget anything. So now I need to work on the sketch that I made that giant piece of paper for, and then prep the canvas, and we'll be set. I had the bright idea that maybe I could stretch this frame, do 2 paintings at once, and then maybe later on I could build some frames for it and then re-stretch them. So that's an idea. But I do need to put a crossbar because you can't skip that step. So I've learned, but if I decide to do that, we'll see. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm kind of nervous. I can't even lie. I feel like it can sense my fear. But this is why I don't like to go a long time in between paintings, because I feel like I forget everything I've ever learned. So this is going to be fun. It's raining outside, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear me. But last night I did a pass on this face and I didn't like how it turned out. So what I usually do is completely wipe the face off if I don't like it before it dries. Or I'll just kind of like blend it and smudge it with my mop brush. That way I don't have any harsh, like dark parts when I go to paint over it. But I kind of have an idea of what I didn't like about this one, especially with the eye, because overall it's darker than most of the face. But I think if you look at the reference photo, this line, his lash line, isn't as dark as I made it, I think. Like, if you want a more natural look, you don't want it to look like eyeliner, essentially. I think next time I'll just line the lash line in the darkest brown and then build up from there. I'm not gonna make it super thick. I think that was one of the main problems. But I didn't completely wipe this whole face off because it's a good base. It tells me where all the highlights and shadows go, so. But yeah, that's kind of the risk you run when you have when you have two figures in your paintings, because there's always a possibility that one looks better than the other. So, but until then, we have to let this dry so I can go back over it. So today we're gonna work on something else. Okay, it's time for round 2. If it doesn't turn out this time, I'm gonna scream. Just kidding, I won't do that. But, yeah, I'm probably not gonna record much because, well, you've seen me do this a million times. So, if there's anything important, I will update you. Until then, I'm gonna need all the luck I can get. I figured it would be nice to take a small break from painting because that's all we do, I fear. But I really didn't read that much this month. I only finished these 2, and then I started the Inheritance series. I read this in like 8th grade maybe. Yeah, wow, that was a long time ago. But I read the Inheritance cycle and then forgot all about it, so I have to do a reread. So that's what I'm working on. But yeah, I thought they were pretty good. I feel like now that I'm getting a little bit older, like, I prefer when stories are just slam full of lore and, like, take forever to get through. I don't know why. Maybe that's a weird preference now. But yeah, for a short story, it wasn't that bad. I think it was kind of neat. I don't know. I just really like
all of the little details and stuff. So like the more boring, 800 pages it is, the better for me personally.